Hello, students. A very good morning to all of you. Today, we are going to discuss hydrological disasters and we will cover the causes and effects of various hydrological disasters like floods, cyclones, and hailstorms. As we know that hydrological disasters means related hydro means water, so these disasters are related to water. And in our last lecture, we have discussed geophysical or geological disasters, and here we will discuss floods, cyclones, and hailstorms. We are very familiar with floods and cyclones as these are very common disasters in Indian climate, but hailstorms are not very common, and we will discuss the causes and effects of hailstorm also. And today we will learn causes and effects of floods. Then we will move to causes and effects of cyclones, and then causes and effects of hailstorms. So let's start with floods. You all know the definition of flood. Flood occurs when large amount of water flow into a previously dry area. India is one of the most flood prone countries in the world. Recurrent floods have caused huge losses to lives, properties, livelihood systems, infrastructure, and also public utility services. It is estimated that around 40 million hectares of land spread over 23 states of India prone to floods, and the most floods in India occur during the monsoon season. And we know that the disaster profile of India during monsoon season, and we have discussed in the disaster profile of India lecture. And here from this definition we can say flood sudden and temporary overflow of a large area as an overflowing of rivers or reservoirs. So this is the definition of flood. Now what are the causes of floods? So it is obvious that heavy rainfall is the main cause for flood. The main reason for the occurrence of flood in India is its unique topography and climate. Other reasons may include heavy rainfall and also the inadequate carrying capacity of rivers of high flood discharge. So let's discuss what are the other causes. Rains, the most important part. During monsoon, heavy rainfall can cause floods. Then river overflow. River overflow, that means the inadequate carrying capacity of rivers. This can cause flood, and also strong winds in coastal areas. In coastal areas in India, there are the flood is very common there. Then dam breaking. It is as these are not very commonly maintained, that's why it can happen. And also ice and snow melt. Ice snow melts. This flood generally occurs in the north and northeastern part of India. In cold region, heavy snow over the winter usually stays unmelted for some time. There are also mountains that have a ice cap on them. So sometimes the ice suddenly melts, and obviously when the temperature rises, the resulting in massive movement of water into the places that are usually dry. This is usually called the snow melt flood. And so these are the causes of flood. Now we will discuss what are the effects of flood. We know the effects that here casualties means a human and livestock death due to drowning, and serious injuries to the outbreak, and various types of epidemics like cholera, jaundice, or viral infection. These are the common problem in India. And then the structural damages can the house during the mud houses can destroy, and the during floods mud huts and buildings built on weak foundations. These can collapse. Also, material loss, and it's very common that the food stock, the vehicles, livestock, this can destroy. This can be submerged and spoiled. Other damages can include the crop loss. Yes, it's very dangerous problem for Indian um, people also, as the cultivation is our main source of economy. So the loss of a human and cattle life floods causes severe devastation of standing agricultural crops, and so these are most common effects of flood. Next, we will move to cyclones. We are also very familiar with the term cyclone. What are the main? What is cyclone? First, uh, we have to introduce the term first. Cyclone develops due to the environmental air currents. When warm oceans give rise to hot air, they create sequence convectional air currents. Cyclones occur when these conventional air currents are being displaced due to the effect of rotation of Earth. Cyclones happen anti-clockwise in the northern hemisphere and clockwise in the southern hemisphere. And cyclones can be of various sizes, and with the largest spanning thousands of kilometers. It could last for days or even weeks also. There are mainly three classes of cyclones. We are not going to explain in detail. These are tropical cyclone, these tropical cyclone and polar cyclones, and also extratropical cyclones. I am not going to explain in details. You don't have to remember all these. Now we will move to causes of cyclones, and the cyclones are centered on areas of low atmospheric pressure, usually over warm ocean waters near the equator. The warm moist air over the ocean rises with the surface in the upward direction, and the cyclones can also bring in thunder showers in flooding rains. They could cause severe damage to property and deaths by drowning. When cyclones are strong, they are highly damaging, and they produce violent winds over hundreds or square kilometers in area. So I think it is very clear that how cyclone occurs. As the warm air rises, the moisture in the air cools, thus the leading to the formation of cloud. The whole system grows gradually and become fast with the time. As a result of this, an eye is created in the center, as shown in the picture in the previous slide, which is the low pressure center, which into which the high pressure air flows from above, and thus creating a cyclone. Now, what are the effects of cyclone? Cyclone can cause serious rainfall and also landslide, and also it can destroy various mud houses, and these hurricanes blow for inland and human settlements are causing a lot of devastation, crop damage. Like the flood also, it can cause crop damage and also destroy our normal life, and it can damage people's lives also. Now this is the final part of today's topic. What is hailstorm? At first, you have to know what is hail, then hailstorm. Hailstorm is an unusual weather phenomenon in which balls of ice called hail fall from the sky. The ice balls are nothing more than solid precipitation that will form under certain conditions. Hail is formed at high altitudes within massive clouds. When supercooled water droplets they adhere to each other and form the layers of ice. The average velocity of falling hailstone is approximately 106 miles per hour. And how the formation of hail occur? Several conditions are required in the atmosphere in order to form hailstorm to occur. Highly developed accumulation of clouds need to be present. There are massive mushroom type shaped clouds that are seen during thunderstorm, which can reach heights up to 65,000 of feet, and there must also be strong currents of air ascending through these clouds. These currents are commonly known as updrafts. The updrafts contain ice particles as a large number of water droplets become solid ice at the low temperature found at high altitudes within the massive clouds. The last remaining condition is that the clouds will need to contain high concentration of supercooled liquid water. So I have already discussed what is hail and how hailstorm can occur. So hailstorm formation already discussed. Now what are the effects of hailstorm? Actually, um, in case of the most human are able to seek shelter when hailstorm hits. However, if we are unable to run for cover, we can be injured, or it can kill us also. Hailstorm can be as large as football, and they can hit us and hit our home, or and also the animals also. And in case of the birds and livestock and other animals are unable to seek proper shelter, so during this kind of hailstorm, they can typically among the devastation that brought on by a huge hailstorm. And mainly it can cause hazardous effect for aircraft, and also it is very dangerous, it is harmful for driving, and it can damage property when the size of hail is very high. It is very big. When it is bigger than the football, it can be like football. So this can damage our properties also, and it is obvious then it can destroy the crops cultivation. Though in case of hailstorm is not very much common to the Indian climate. However, in case of the hail, when after the hailstorm, after effect is, however, too much water can cause soil erosion. We know that soil erosion is very dangerous part, as soil erosion can cause landslide, and ultimately finally the it can decrease the capacity of a river to carry water, so it can cause flood also. Landslide and flood are mainly caused by soil erosion, and hailstorm can cause soil erosion by increasing the water in the soil, and depending upon the severity of the storm, the property may be damaged, and the main effect is on the environment, as we the human being can seek shelter during hailstorm, but it has the most devastating effect on the biodiversity. So hailstorm is very dangerous, though it is not very common in Indian climate. So I think you are now able to understand what are the causes and effects of floods, cyclone and hailstorm. So today up to this we will discuss biological disasters and meteorological disasters in our next lecture, and thank you all.